mom's house, and I got my big hat today, my bottle of water with electrolytes. I picked up some tin snips to cut the hardware cloth with, and we're ready to go out. It's pretty windy today, so I will try to do little quick videos, but here's part 2 of cleaning up my mom's and renovating her raised beds. Part 2 of this big first spring project. And I will check back with you in a bit. Well, everyone, this is about how far we got yesterday before we had to quit. I would have kept on going longer, but with all the math, it turns out I was 4 panels short on having enough to complete a 12 foot by 12 foot. No, each one is supposed to be 6 square feet, but it obviously isn't 6 square feet, so yeah, that's what it says here. See, 6 square feet. Okay, they're not 6 square feet, because 6 square feet says I only needed 20 panels, and no, I needed 24. So we got heavy stuff laying on these to keep them from blowing away. My mom's on her way back right now from Home Depot, and yep, and I have my trusty hat on. So I'm not going to get too much sun on. This one has a much wider brim and should shade my face. But anyways, while we're waiting for my mom, let's go take a look at a couple of things. She's got her apricot tree is in bloom. Look at this. She's got bees all through in there. Honey bees all through in here. Just listen to them if you can. She lives in town, so there's car traffic in town. But as you notice, just honeybees all over. I got it zoomed a little bit so I don't have to get too close to the tree. I don't want to get the bees all upset, but this apricot tree does produce some of the best apricots too. But they're just bees all over in it. She also has another tree back here that's in bloom. Rattly old, and her forsythia is in bloom. Doesn't that look? This is how I wish my forsythia would bloom every year. Mine does not. Mine puts out lots of green leaves and occasionally a flower here and a flower there. This tree is a combination plum and apricot. It was supposed to be one of those fruit salad trees and have one of the branches. It had a plum branch, an apricot branch, and a peach branch, but the peach dried up and died. And so all it produces now is half plums, half apricots. You can see the apricots are all in bloom, and the plum is getting ready to bloom. You see all the little flower buds on the plum side. We're gonna have plums up there on that when that one blooms, because this is the this is the plum. The rest of it is apricot. Yep. This big graft was the plum. This was the apricot. It did have a peach down here, but that died within the first year. But yep, and we did whack it down about a year ago, really, because it was getting huge, but Mom wants it taken down even shorter. And it looks like she just got home, so we are about to get busy here. Talk to y'all later. Okay, everybody, we've got the last 4 on. The fit looks pretty tight here, so I am going to get busy tacking them down, and we're going to start getting the pavers on. Be back in a bit. Okay, folks, it's still windy outside, but we are literally half done with getting these pavers laid. And they're turning out pretty nice. Fitting together really good. My mom's over there. She's cleaning off the pavers because they got pretty dirty. And I'm laying them, and boy, carrying these things and getting them tamped into place has been a little rough on my lower back, and just bending over and cleaning those have been rough on her lower back. That's what happens when you got 2 people with lower back issues. We have to stop and take breaks. And of course, Matthew's sitting here overseeing the whole job. I'm going to give you a haircut before I go home, okay, Matt? You want a haircut?
Yes, he does.
Yeah? Okay. So, we'll come back later. It might be a day later. It might be 2 days later. But we'll be back later when...
I'll have his son go clean.
Yeah, when we get the pavers all laid. But that looks so good. Well, folks, we got them all laid. It's past dinner time, but some of them are dirty from being under. Some of these gray ones look more brown, but they were under the raised beds and got dirt stains on them. But yeah, got the pavers in. They're more or less even. There is a touch of unevenness here and there, but a lot of these that are maybe slightly uneven, they're actually going to probably be under raised beds, so it won't matter. But most of this is fairly even, so it is going to be so much better. It even feels more level and flat. But yep, and even Matthew helped. When my back got hurting too bad from carrying these, he brought me pavers and put them right where I wanted him to. And I tapped them into place with the mallet so they're nice and tight. And yeah, it looks wonderful. My mom is very, very pleased with how it's turned out. And, yeah. So next step now is to get the bottom hardware cloth there on the bottoms of the raised bed, but that's probably going to be another day's project because it is getting late and we all want dinner, right? You want dinner. Okay, and I promised you a haircut. So we're going to give you a haircut and then you can have dinner. All right. So everyone, take a look. Isn't that gorgeous? It turned out really nice. And the raised beds will look really nice on it. And it should last my mom basically for the rest of her life as well. And she shouldn't have any problems with weeds. And so I will see y'all later. Gotta sign off. Gotta hook up my phone to my computer and transfer some files into my external SD card because I'm running out of storage. As problem video creators seem to have a lot. Well, good morning. We had a little bit of rain during the night. The birds are out. Sun is shining. Got some blue skies. Maybe a little more clouds off to the west. And I'm getting ready to head to work. But boy, it's a beautiful day. Yeah. getting ready to hop in. Gotta head to work. I'm gonna try helping my mom with her raised bed starting tonight. Figure I'll take a little time every evening after work and work on one raised bed. Got the birds are singing. Other people are heading up and down the road to work. So it's that time of day. Gotta get up, get going, and get busy. So, I hope you enjoyed this little view of my yard with the morning sunshine. Grass is looking beautiful. I actually need to get out and mow my lawn. And I hope y'all have a wonderful day. I'll see you later when at my mom's tonight. Oh, good morning, everyone. Another day, another beautiful sunrise. So you got to see yesterday morning, and now this morning. It's Tuesday morning, by the way. I did get some wire put on two of my mom's raised beds last night, but it was so windy, and we had rain yesterday. It's a little chilly out right now, about 38, 39 degrees. I know that because I can see my breath, and if it's under 40 degrees, you can see your breath. But isn't this sunrise just gorgeous? I think the birds think so too. So yeah, good morning. It's going to be a wonderful day today. Work shouldn't be as heavy as it was yesterday. Monday mornings are always super busy. I have so many orders, eBay orders to process from over the weekend. They no longer want me coming in on Saturdays, so I don't get things done on Saturday mornings like I used to, which means I've got piled up extra on Monday mornings. I did get a quick tiny lunch in yesterday, but no more than half an hour, which meant about 8.5 hours of work yesterday. Oh boy, it was busy. Fortunately, I got some help, so mostly what I did was just sit at the shipping desk and print labels, which was easier on my back. It's still pretty breezy out, but not as bad as it was last night, and the birds are just so happy. They're so happy this morning. So, I hope you all have a blessed Tuesday, and I will try to get a little video at my mom's house tonight on what we've been doing on the raised beds. Well, good evening. Just taking a little break. Been working on my mom's stuff. Posted a picture. We've been working on her beds. Got my roses doing pretty good here. You can see it's even getting some more new canes here. My little tree is still green. Yeah, you can see the green in that bud. But we've had a few cold nights in the 20s, so it's kind of slowed down the leafing out. My strawberries I still need to get these pots cleaned out and more dirt in them. But they're alive. Except for I don't know about this one. It might have actually died. I don't know. Anyways, I hope not. But if it has died, well, I've got plants I need to get in the ground. My chives are doing amazing. The rhubarb is just popping out really well. It's doing good. But yeah, this week we had a few cold days and even a little rain. I got a hose strung out. Yes, the start of the hoses is getting out. Sure makes it easier to water my little trees over here. They're still hanging in here. I got some stuff to help stimulate root growth, and Yeah, look at that. It's leafing out. Yeah, this is one of the apricot trees, and it's leafing out already. But yeah, the cold nights have kind of slowed things down, so they're not leafing out quite as fast as they were. Should pick up though. It's supposed to be getting warmer. My little cherry tree here is leafing out nicely. So yeah, I did talk to a lady at the garden center about trimming the tops on these. She said no more than about a third. She says you don't want to trim down more than that, and I may trim down that as well because I think some of the top part of this has died back. You can see how it's shriveled. So once everything's all leafed out, I'm gonna trim back some of this top growth, and we're going to keep watering it with the rooting stuff. It's to help stimulate root growth in newly planted plants. So I showed her the little video I'd made, and you know, the amount of roots they had, and boy, she was like, oh my, they didn't really leave much. And I said, no, they didn't. But I'm going to have to hopefully get all my mom's beds done tomorrow. And then I think Sunday I'm going to pull out the lawnmower and see if it will start. Grass is just growing up, and it's going to need to be cut. Grass is growing up back here too. This is like almost 6 inches tall. I definitely got to get back here, and yeah, look at that. That needs to be mowed. I got to get back here and mow. So I think I'll probably be mowing Sunday. Oh, and I got to get my weed popper. I got some thistles coming up. Oh, I got to get rid of those thistles. It's like no sooner than I get rid of thistles and more thistles pop up. So, yeah. Got to get rid of all that and do a little mowing on Sunday, the first mowing of the year. My willow, need to get that trimmed back. Yeah, I know which one I want for my main trunk, so I may just get one of my neighbors. I'm supposed to get some neighbors coming out Tuesday night on the 23rd, and I may have them help me trim this back, because I know the one I want to keep for my main trunk, and if we trim all the rest of them away, then yeah, I can concentrate on growing a tree. And yeah, I should never have let this get away from me. The first year when it started sending up shoots, I should have just snapped all of them off except for one and just kept one. But yeah, my grass is getting so long. Oh my gosh. So much yard work to get done. But hopefully once I get my mom's raised beds all finished, I will be able to take some time and give my yard some tender love and care. So I'll see y'all later. It'll probably be tomorrow. I'll see ya, and I'll show you what we're doing with the raised beds. Have a good evening, everyone. Well, good morning, everybody. Got a beautiful sunrise. Birds are singing, and the sun's just barely coming up over the hill. Well, today I got to finish working on my mom's raised beds, getting one of them. I actually took it apart because the end hadn't been put on correctly, and I'm gonna re-put that end on and then get the wire on it. And then we'll get them positioned on the pad where my mother wants them and line them with landscape cloth and get the dirt back in them. That's probably going to take up most of my day. I love this early morning hours, listening to the birds. It was chilly last night. Got down. It's 25 degrees right now. That's Fahrenheit, 25 Fahrenheit. And yeah, a little chilly. Tomorrow's supposed to be warmer. It'll get up into the 70s tomorrow, and the nighttime temps are supposed to be at 40. So yeah, spring is coming. Things should be popping out here soon. My Nanking cherries are getting ready to bloom. They just haven't, these cool nighttime temps have slowed down their blooming. But good morning, everyone. It's a beautiful, beautiful Saturday morning, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Well, I'm back at my mom's. She got a little electric screwdriver, so I'm currently working on getting this redone. I want this end here to be looking like this end here. It was not put together that way. As you can see, I got the wire mesh in this box here. I've got wire mesh in this box, and I've got wire mesh in this box over here. And yeah, the pad is looking so good. It really is. My mom likes the way how it's more level. But yeah, we've got to get the end put on to this one, and then I'll get the wire mesh put on that. I think I have enough wire for this last box. And then when my mom gets back, she's up in Idaho Falls. Hopefully she'll be getting back soon. Matthew wanted a pizza. He loves his Costco pizza, and actually there at the Costco in Idaho Falls, they actually know Matthew by sight now. Yes, they know my brother by sight, and they will literally come up at the when their mom's up front and say, "Do you want your pizza?" And he's like, "Yeah." So finish getting this put together, and we'll get back here in a minute. All right, everybody, we're gonna get busy. I'm putting my hat on so I don't get sunburned, and we are going to get busy on getting the cloth in these garden beds. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is move all these beds onto the pavers, and then we will get this nice big roll of landscape fabric, which is supposed to be very good. Pro Shield. Never used it, but we'll see how well it works.
Seemed to be the best that Costco had.
Okay, we have got the beds lined up and centered. We actually did our best to make sure they were all centered all the way around. So it's a little bit of a process because you want to make sure they're lined up properly on the blocks. And because once these are full of dirt, they are not going to be moved anywhere. They are going to be very heavy and impossible to move. So I'm doing my best to make sure everything. Oh, this is the biggest, heaviest one. And making sure it is perfectly centered. It has been a little, but once these are full of dirt, they are not going anywhere. So very important to get them all lined up and centered. Okay, now let's get the garden cloth in. Well, now we got landscape fabric in all our beds, and we are getting ready to start shoveling dirt in them. Gotta get that pile of dirt there back into all the beds. Next step in the raised beds is to put some dead sticks and wood in the bottom of each of these so that it will decompose and provide food for our earthworms and pill bugs and centipedes that also live in the dirt and help break down and decompose all this dead wood. So now the
decomposing.
Well, right now what we're gonna, yeah, we could put some mulch in. You got mulch.
Yes, I do, and those black bags over there. The cows.
Yep. Let me get some there. Check for bugs that we don't want in here, like this slug. Slug does not go in there. Okay. There we go. I think we're pretty good. Got the grass roots out of that, because we don't want to encourage root growth of grass roots. Okay. And there's a piece of trash stuck to that, I think. We don't want trash in here either. Okay. I think we're getting ready to put some mulch and put some dirt in these beds. What do you think, Mom?
Yeah, just trying to pick out every tiny little root I can find.
Yeah. Some of those roots could have been from what you had growing in here too, you know. Yeah. Tomatoes, squash, your peppers. Yep. All right. Yeah. All right. I think it's pretty good though. You're gonna have a pretty good beds that should last for a good long years. Be easy to take care of.
Yeah.
Well, Matt, what do you think? Ah, yeah. Oh, you want to show everybody that? Yeah. That's one of Matt's little temporary tattoos.
Yeah.
He likes temporary tattoos. And he's got ones there too. He only has to wash them off before he goes to church. And then he can put new ones on after church. You can see what he thinks of that idea.
Go to the front yard and get my shovel.
Mom needs to shovel too. So we're both going to be shoveling. And you can watch. Okay? All right, everybody. We got the dirt back in the beds. I think they're looking pretty good. This one I want to get. This one that we actually turned it upside down because we need a flat bottom. So these sides, I think if I can get some 2x2s, I can build up the sides on this a little higher. Put some more dirt in it. This one's they're all ready. Tried to brush them all off, make sure the dirt is inside of them. Oh yeah, this is good dirt. Lots of earthworms in here, lots of good bug activity. Mom's ready to do deep watering first, which is what we need to do to get all the soil to settle, get it nice and moist, and then she can start planting. Yep, definitely by Mother's Day she'll be able to start planting in here. And that's usually when we save time to start putting plants out onto the ground, is Mother's Day and Memorial Day. And even then you have to watch the nighttime temperatures, because sometimes things will just we can get a freeze. Last year our last frost was actually June 21st. It dropped down to 30 degrees that night and everybody had to cover up their gardens. Yeah, which had been planted up to 4 weeks before. Yeah, we almost, that was a little scary. But we've got this all done, and it is looking amazing. And this should really last Mom for a good long time. And yeah, so this is the end of the garden renovation project. About time for me to go home and get some dinner. I'll see y'all later at sunset. Well, good evening. Look at that, the moon is getting big. A couple more days and it'll be full. It's looking gorgeous. Just look at that. Anyways, yeah, it's hard to hold my phone still with two hands and scroll. Said we'd come back out at sunset, catch sunset, and so here we are. It's nice and peaceful. Field well is going again. That hum, I don't know, it puts me right to sleep at night. It's just, there's just something about it. Got the sprinklers going out on the fields. Yeah, it's that time of year again. Time to drag out hoses, get field wells going. And I don't know, I love the sound of the sprinklers going out in the field. Lived here for 27 years. So used to the hum of that well out there. With the wells down there. You can see. There's the field well. Just a humming away. Sprinklers going. Sun is going down. It's a beautiful sunset tonight. Gonna be a little chilly tonight, but tomorrow's supposed to, our low for tomorrow night is supposed to be about 40 degrees. Look around. It's just been a beautiful day. Got my mom's raised beds done and the pavers redone. Everything's done the way it should have been done the first time. Got the moon high up in the sky. Just a wonderful end to a good week. So, this is Meg's Little House in the Country. If you like my channel, please share with your friends. Tell them to like, subscribe, comment. I love getting comments. And I'll see y'all in the next video.